Well, hello there and welcome to glennzb TV for Tuesday. First with me, and I'm lucky to be here. This is the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope, and it nearly didn't today. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. It's lucky that I'm here because it's been a long weekend here in New Zealand, and it's called Labour Weekend, and so went away with some friends, stayed at Blue Lake, which is just out of Rotorua, which you may have heard of if you're from overseas. And it's next to Green Lake, and I thought on Saturday afternoon I'd just go for a little 10k run, set off around Blue Lake, and then realised that wasn't going to be quite enough of a run, so I thought I'd just pop over the hill, have a little Green Lake. Ran along the shore of Green Lake for a while. Thought maybe I better head back towards Blue Lake to get home, and then unfortunately Blue Lake was not quite where I thought it was. So here's the report from my my Fitbit account, from the old Fitbit Surge there. And if you're wondering what all those little spots are, that's the kilometres. So my 10k run, as you can see, the final analysis there, 27.82 k's. That's a bit longer than what I had anticipated, and because I ran along the shore of Green Lake and then I went to run back over the hill, and Blue Lake was not there because it was back here. You see how easily you can get lost in the bush, and there's a lot of running around in the rain and the cold, crying a bit about here. Here's where I nearly cracked it. I nearly got all the way back there and then gave up and thought, no, bugger it, I'm just going to have to retrace my steps, and went all the way back out here again, and then all the way. Yeah, that was a long day out. That was 3 hours 15 of my life I'm never going to get back. Those are my running shoes when I got back, all covered in mud and rain, holes in them. I had mud and rain on me and holes in me as well. But on the bright side, because I've got a Fitbit account, I achieved my castle badge. That's for climbing over 200 floors in a day. And my hiker boot badge as well, which is for going more than 35,000 steps in one day. So that's nice, isn't it? Hey, if you'd like to win a Fitbit Surge, speaking of Fitbit, go to the technology page on the News Talk ZB website, read my review of the Fitbit Surge, and you might be able to win one. We will even throw in the Fitbit Aria Wi-Fi scales as well, if you're very lucky. Check that out. Now, in news that's not news today, it turns out processed meats like bacon and sausages, cured meats, things like that, are bad for you. Who knew that eating too much bacon and sausages could kill you? Well, I never. Did not see that coming. Apparently, if you put smoke all through your food, it's a bit like smoking. Amazing. Isn't it good to be the Prime Minister? He's at a meeting in Brussels, but really, it's quite convenient that meeting seems to be happening in the week between the World Cup semi-final and the World Cup final. That's worked out suspiciously well, hasn't it? It's good to be the Prime Minister. And finally, winning the wrong competition. There are people in France who have entered a competition run by Airbnb to spend the night with all the dead people in the catacombs on Halloween. Is that a fun thing to do? Wouldn't you rather win a Fitbit Surge so you can track your run when you get lost? I think you would. I'd make sure you enter the right competition, because you don't want to end up underneath Paris with a bunch of dead people. I think you want to end up with a bunch of cool people on Fitbit. And then you can get back from your very long run, and you can log your trip, and you can find out that your wife had told everybody you were wearing a grey running shirt with black long sleeves, either that or a red t-shirt, when in actual fact you were wearing the bright blue running singlet that she gave you for a present. So she was a fat lot of help. She was also worried that there was going to be headlines saying things like, they called off the search for the 42-year-old man when darkness fell, when in actual fact, I'm only 41! Imagine reading that headline when I was finally rescued. That would have been depressing. Not only had I been missing overnight, but I'd aged a year. Thanks very much, Mrs. Glenn ZB. Anyway, that was Glenn ZB TV for Tuesday. I am Glenn ZB. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope. I'll see you back here again tomorrow. I'm going for a run today, but I know exactly where I'm going today because I've been before.